get going. Gotta catch those runners taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream for Friday, March 6th. Another big bloody morning. S&P futures down 87. NASDAQ down 394. Russell down 55. Dow down 646. Weakest is the Russell, down over 2%. NASDAQ down about 1.5%. S&P a little bit less. Gold is up over 0.5%. Silver up about 1%. Notes and bonds red. 10-year yield up almost 1%. Oil spiking up 9%, over $88 a barrel. Natural gas up 4%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all green. Wheat is up 3%. Euro and the pound are mixed, and Bitcoin is down 3%. VIX up over 16.5%. 27.69 at the freeze. Had some economic reports this morning, and that's what started this last leg down, but we were already down about 55 to 60 points before that. So the downside, the volatility continues, my friends. So I mentioned in the Today's Plan channel, I'm going to pause my morning BICs. I'm still going to do a 6-7 put calendar and a 1 DTE. Technically a 3 DTE using Monday options. I did back up my 1 DTE 10 minutes, so I'll still do my 6-7 near the open, but my 1 DTE will fire about 10 minutes later, just to kind of spread those out slightly, as opposed to firing both off right at the open. I posted yesterday in the Transformer chat of what I have expired today. Unfortunately, this down move, unless we have a big bounce, is going to kind of push me out of my sweet $15,000 of profit range. But you never know. We could easily bounce 60, 80, 100 points. All we need is for Trump to come out and end Iran today. That would do it, maybe. Got about a minute till the opening bell. Looks like the expected range in SPX is a little over 71, according to TOS option chain. Opening bell in 5 seconds. Oh, whoops. I was looking at the clock wrong. 20 seconds. Apparently I thought the 30-second mark was the top of the minute. False alarm. 5 seconds now. I'm ready. I'm ready for this market to open. All right, here we go. PLTR really popped right out of the chute. PLTR trying to go green. Quick little spike. AVGO, little spike going green. Tesla falling. Apple falling. Meta falling. Microsoft on the move again. I'm going to load up some Microsoft calls. I'm going to do the 3 DTE in Microsoft. Get my other symbols from yesterday removed. All right, Microsoft. 3 DTE, I would do the 415s. It pushed above previous day high. Ticked up to pre-market highs or overnight highs. It's kind of pulling back a little bit, but I'll keep my eye on that. NVIDIA bouncing, AMD bouncing. PLTR pushed into the green, but kind of getting pushed back down. Big banks are falling. All the big banks are down 3% or so. I just got filled on my 6-7 put calendar. NVIDIA still bouncing. Microsoft still holding near previous day high. Netflix went green. The Anil special VIX calculation of the expected range is 76.23 today, whereas the TOS one was 70.4, so about 6 points different. Which would put us into green territory for SPX, about 68.45 on the upside. To the downside, 66.92. Netflix falling back into the red. Google and Amazon popping back up above yesterday's lows. Meta staying weak. Tesla staying weak. AMD still bouncing. Some of the chips bouncing. SMH popping. S&P dipping. NASDAQ holding up a little bit better. NVIDIA's a little bounce, getting pushed back down. S&P now through lows, through pre-market lows. Bitcoin through pre-market lows. Same with Russell. NASDAQ not quite down that low. Microsoft holding up really well. PLTR had that tick through green territory, couldn't hold. It's getting pushed back down. Now Microsoft dipping into the red a bit. S&P and NASDAQ coming down. And now Microsoft dipping. Nvidia dipping, Tesla new lows, Netflix now big reversal back through pre-market lows. Chips falling. No, Dark Avenger, I delayed it. You must not have been on at the beginning. I delayed it 10 minutes, so it'll fire here in a couple minutes. Microsoft trying to pop back up. I'm watching Microsoft here. I'm going to take Microsoft. That's the 3DTE 415s. Nice little retrace, but holding its strength. Same with NVIDIA. And if this market can actually bounce some, looks like Microsoft kind of wants to fly. Now, if it continues to flush, Microsoft is probably going to get pulled down with it, but I like my chances here. I'll try to take some off at 375 if it can push through highs of day. All right, there's my 1 DTE just fired. Microsoft ticking a new high, need another push. A little extension, please. S&P, NASDAQ bouncing. ticked highs. No big push though. Tesla's still staying weak. S&P's little bounce getting pushed back down. Yeah, 1 DTE, 380 points wide. 320, sorry. Holy moly. Surely it can stay in the 320 point range. Yep, exactly. Surely it can. Surely it can't move bigger than that. Yeah, it can. AVGO going green again. PLTR trying to get back up to go green. Microsoft still near highs. Need a little bit more of a push to hit my 375 profit target. No bounce in Tezzy. Google trying to bounce. Amazon had a nice bounce off right from the open, really. Actually started its bounce pre-market. Nvidia still trying to bounce. Big banks bouncing a little bit. Circle, nice bounce, trying to go green. NASDAQ had the best bounce. Russell staying the weakest of the indices. Nvidia going through highs. Circle going green. AVGO extending into the green. Come on, Microsoft, jump on with the chips. Netflix trying to get back in the green. Now Tesla's starting to get a little bounce. NASDAQ going through highs of day. Yeah, Microsoft kind of rejecting here. Back down to previous day high. PLTR tried to go green again, got kind of rejected, but AVGO is pushing up to previous day high. AVGO showing some good relative strength. Nvidia too. All right, now Microsoft's kind of rejecting. Almost got to my profit target, but not enough. Now it's coming down, so I got to be ready to cut if it doesn't bounce here. Nvidia's still pushing. Chips are strong. Some of the chips, or they're all bouncing. Microsoft has to stay green here. Need a rocket off that unchanged level. S&P's little bounces getting pushed back down. All right, Microsoft is getting a little dippy. All right, I'm going to cut Microsoft. Filled at 234 and 240. A little split fill. Yeah, I did a couple. I mean, it had 3 pushes above previous day high. But Tesla about to go back through lows. Netflix going through lows. Amazon now rejecting. S&P through lows. Bitcoin through lows. PLTR trying to go green. Nvidia still pushing. Bitcoin new lows. AVGO kind of rejected previous day high. It's coming back down to unchanged. Tesla trying to bounce off the lows. One DTE is already up 8%. S&P looked like it started to bounce, push back down. Bitcoin still making new lows. MSTR making new lows. Coin reversal. PLTR is holding up well. I've got the PLTR 0 DTE 152.5 calls loaded. Oh, there goes PLTR, just popped. No entry. Nice pop though. Nvidia now extending. Nice bounce in Netflix. All right, everything's kind of bouncing now. Nice PLTR pop. Let's see if PLTR is going to clear its overnight highs here. Ticked above them, but kind of pulling back. Coin falling. This chip still staying strong. S&P, every little bounce getting shoved back down so far. Looked like we started to see a little bit of legs in several different things, but no continuation. SNDK, big bounce. SMH is still at highs of day. PLTR making another push towards highs. Netflix is all over the place. Wicks everywhere on Netflix. Started off strong, wick back into the red. Down below yesterday's low, wick off the lows. Back into the green, wick back down. Microsoft trying to bounce back. It's back in the green a little bit, right near unchanged. Just watching here. S&P looks like it wants new lows. Google still trying to bounce. PLTR pushed back down to unchanged. Coinbase still dropping. Coin just went through pre-market lows. Tezzy coming back down. Bitcoin coming through lows. Nvidia pulling back. Amazon rolled over. Microsoft's still holding up relatively well. It's unfortunate we didn't hit a first profit target on that little pop. Russell through lows, S&P through lows. Let's see, I don't think we have any 9 a.m. news here, do we? No. Business inventories, which is a yellow folder. S&P ticked through the lows, a little bit of a bounce. Nvidia, a little bounce. There's a little bounce. NASDAQ through highs of day. Let's see if this little bounce has any sustainability to it. Nice bounce in Tesla. Market's still bouncing. Microsoft creeping back up into the green. NVIDIA popped through highs. SMH bouncing, all the chips bouncing. AVGO heading back up above previous day high, up towards highs of day. PLTR still chopping around unchanged. Pretty choppy, kids. Pretty choppy. Nothing to get involved in here. One DTE is already up 10%. PLTR trying to stay green. Microsoft's trying to stay green. NVIDIA's making new highs. Netflix making new lows. Microsoft trying to get back up. Microsoft starting to pop again. Might end up making that move after all. But I'm not going to re-enter Microsoft. It's just too choppy here at this point. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap the stream. I don't see anything coming into my interest level here anytime soon. So if I see something here a little bit later, I will post in the day trade channel. Otherwise, everybody have a good Friday. Stay safe, and we'll see you in Power Hour. Cheers.